Happy Sunday, CrossFit. Welcome to your Benny Hill run. If you remember Scooby-Doo or the Benny Hill show or any montage of any show where people are running in and out of hallways trying to chase each other, there's always that music. So I designed this workout and then I hysterically started laughing and I asked my husband Mike, I said, is this a good idea if you have people like running through the house? And he just started laughing and I started laughing too, and I said, I just picture this music happening. So that's your workout for today. In between all of your strength movements, you're gonna just be breaking up the muscles, letting them breathe, but instead of just resting and watching the clock like a dum-dum, you're gonna be running through your house like a dum-dum. So originally, it's supposed to be nice outside on Sunday. I wanted you guys to break up the workout by running around the house. So you run around the house, take off your shoes, do your workout, put them back on, go run outside, or stay outside the whole time. But oftentimes I'm moving in and out of the house when I work out as well, depending on where your equipment is, so you just have to adapt. But it's snowing. It's supposed to still be warm, but I'm assuming it's gonna be icky and gross, so we'll do the house run, or if you have the ability to run on the road that's nice, you could probably run up a minute, back a minute, or 30 seconds, just something to break things up. Or up a flight of stairs, down a flight of stairs, or like I said, literally running into every room in your house. If you have a second story or third story, that's gonna be saucy, and your kids will love this. It's really fun. Okay, so the strength movements, we're gonna be doing a couplet, and you're gonna do it 3 times with decreasing reps before you move on to a different movement couplet, okay? The first one's gonna be dips and a L hold. So with 2 chairs, I'm going to go for a dip. If you can do your dips with your feet raised up, that's awesome, but even if you can, that's gonna get saucy after 30 reps. So your feet can be in front of you, behind you. Sometimes I split them. And with that dip, I wanna make sure that I'm sort of leaning forward, almost like a push-up, right? You have your legs there, but try your best to use mostly your arms. And then after you're done with your reps, you're gonna hold for 30. So that might make you break it up into sets of 10 or 8 or 5 or however long you can hold it for, and you're holding for a count. So however fast or slow you count to 30, it's up to you. You're not gonna be starting a timer that's crazy. So just count to 30, then you're gonna do your house run again, and then you're gonna come back and you're gonna do 20 dips, 20 holds. House run, 10, 10, okay? Then we're gonna move on to a second pairing of the back leg suspended lunge in a goblet. So with your back leg suspended, if you notice my foot, can't really see it, but my foot is lower than my knee. This is important. You don't have to have your foot up on something high. Even some people's couches are really high. So find something around the house, even if you put your foot on the first or second step of some stairs, that would work. And we're gonna do goblet. When you do a goblet with a back leg suspended lunge or Bulgarian split squat, be humbled. You don't have to use a lot of weight to make this saucy. So you're gonna practice, 10 reps in your warm up, increasing that weight till you find a weight that's good for you. So I'm gonna start in the bottom position, and I'll show you another way to set yourself up. So I usually start in the bottom, and then I can see where my foot is gonna be in correlation with my knee, make sure the stretch is not too intense, and then I can come up from there. Okay, you're going straight up and straight down, all right? The other thing is, the other way to get in is 3 or 4 steps. So if I step back with my heel to my stair, and then 1, 2, 3. Sometimes 3 is good, sometimes 4 is good. It honestly depends on how high that step is. So you can measure, definitely put a piece of tape down or put your dumbbell where your toe stops every time so that you have a good setup every time. With your split squat here, all your weight is on your front leg. So these are really challenging. Try your best not to use your back leg. I know I struggle with that too. I really have to focus on it. So you're gonna do 30 on the left, 30 on the right of your lunges, and then you're gonna come off and do a hold of a single leg arch. So standing on one leg, bounce a little bit to get that balance, make sure your hips are square, and I'm gonna hold an arch position. So I wanna make sure my back leg is lifted, my hands are up. Bending your standing leg is nice, especially if your hamstrings are tight. And you're gonna do a 30 count on the left, 30 count on the right. Again, you can break it up. You can switch back and forth if you need to. Those are challenging, but I want you to really just focus on the arch. Don't worry about how long you're in it for so much as lifting, lifting, lifting. I always say heads up, 7 up, so thumbs leading the way and trying to find the same arch we do on the floor. So after you get done with your 30, you do a house run. You're gonna come back, 20-20, balance, 20-20, house run, 10-10, 10-10, house run, okay? Then we're gonna do a row and T-flag. So if you have a row apparatus, you can use that. And if you have the door frame with the towel, the sheet, that would work really great too. It's different than using dumbbells. So using a sheet like the TRX suspension, you have to use your whole body in a different way than we do if we're prone to the floor. So this is really huge for safety. If you do put the towel or the bed sheet in the door, unless it's a deadbolt, it matters which way that door opens. So if your door opens to you and then you have to close it and then you hang your sheet, if you pull on that sheet, you're essentially pulling the door open, and I'm not a big fan of that. That can be really dangerous. So make sure that the door closes and your bed sheet is on the side that's closed, okay? Unless it's got a deadbolt, all right? So I have my TRX straps to demo. So I'm gonna be either at an angle or maybe you're walking a little bit further under for your inverted row. Knees can be bent, knees can be straight. You got 30 of those, and then you got 30 of the T-flies. So with this one, you're probably not gonna be at that severe of an angle, and I'm just opening and closing my arms. So I wanna keep my arms relatively straight the whole time. If it's difficult, put a kickstand leg behind you, and then you can not use it when you don't need it, and it's there when you need it. It actually really helps on the eccentric, lowering yourself down so that you're not all of a sudden just giving up and collapsing. So again, you can modify if you need to, bands, dumbbells. If you have any questions, log into the Zoom meeting, or you can for sure call me or email me or text me, and I will be there to help you. With that one, 30-30, 20-20, 10-10, and then you're done. If you want to add an extra house run at the end, you can. This one's long, but some good pieces that we don't normally get to a CrossFit, which is always fun. I know a lot of people have been super sore from these workouts because they're so different, which is great. And it's going to be a nice break when we get back to the gym and start doing different things. Nice periodization is happening if you haven't noticed that. I'm excited. Okay, happy Sunday.